Yeah, man. We are in the Ate Wote at the Kweku Ando Sustainability Institute, otherwise known as Kazi, being hosted by Habasha and the wonderful team organized by Brother Kashan Myers. I'm sitting here with Mama Hanifa and Baba Malik from the Detroit Black Food Sovereignty Network. And man, I just want to know how y'all feel, man. What's been your impressions of this trip? What's some of the things you are that's resonating with you as we've been here for a good week, for a solid week together?
So, I think the thing that resonates the most with me is the fact that this is confirmation that we're doing sacred work. One of the things that I didn't say when Baba Malik and I were speaking, I knew Dr. Ando. And I still have a prayer that I carry with me in my wallet from the first time that I met Dr. Ando, and he told me to always keep this on my person because it was a part of my blessing and a part of my protection. And to be here and to see this is sacred. And to be in not community, but to commune with a global African community lets us know that the path that we're on is the path that the ancestors
Look at your Converse.
have paved for us. And the only thing that they asked is that we stay on the path. Yeah, that we stay on the path. But this is sacred work. And to be here and to see what Kashan and Habasha have done in 3 years, again, confirmation that there is nothing that we cannot do if we but put our minds to it. And revision and reframing our reality, moving from an illusion of lack that has been forced upon us and envisioning a reality of limitless possibility.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna stay on the path. I'm gonna stay on the path.
That wasn't a question. We know you
I'm
were.
gonna stay on the path.
We already know that.
Ooh, I'm gonna stay on the path.
We joined by Mama Bonita from the Virgin Islands. We grow food.
But you know she from Detroit too, though, right? This the Detroit posse.
Trifecta.
The Detroit posse
Let me
up in
get it
here.
all in the picture.
We in here. Detroit in the house.
Detroit
What
is in the house.
up, dude?
We're international even.
Yes.
We travel.
Yeah.
The question I asked was, what's resonating on your heart in this moment as we've been here for a week? Today is the 7th day that we've been here.
So really it's the coming together, the collective coming together on the rebuilding of something that was started, because the collective had been started and so many pieces just seem not to stay together. But even to see the Black sustainability and the age range of the leadership now let me know that we had a legacy had been built. And that was this morning what I saw, because I really didn't see membership of Black sustainability and the team before today. But as far as the Mbongi, it's how we move through a lot of different thoughts and ideas of how things should be. And still in the morning or even before the evening, we had that same bond. We still were able to look at the goal and know what the goal is, and the next morning or late in the night, continue to work on, revise, and continue. So that's my thought, is really on how the leadership is moving towards true leadership in the healing part. When you have a difference, just say it, communicate it in a way so no one feel offended, and that you're saying what you feel from the heart with the intention of saying it to build the person up and not to break them down. And so that's a difference that I normally don't see in meetings where there's difference of opinion. But I think having that warrior healer and builder portion being at the beginning, I know it assisted in many things moving more smoothly. So that's my take.
Thank you. That's real. Baba Malik, what you think? What's on your heart? What's resonating with you now that we've been here for a whole week, man? 7 whole days. I got my own impressions, but
So I first have to start by saying, what up, though? I'm in Ghana, but I'm always repping Detroit.
let's go.
And really, it's not Detroit. I mean, the colonial construct is more the people, right, that I come from. It shaped me, so I'm gonna rep that wherever I go. And I love those people in Detroit. You know, the spirit of
Yes.
Detroit. My impression is there's no future for Black people in America as we know it. Which, you know, I've thought that for a while, frankly. And, you know, all of us are not going to move to Africa, but some of us need to. And, you know, Kashan has created an example of that. You know, we have pioneers who, and then he gave credit to a pioneer before him, right? Rasta Swad, who paved the path and allowed him to do it. And now we're watching him and saying, oh, this is possible. You can actually, you don't have to be stuck in America. You know, so like Mr. Garvey said, we need pioneers. You know, everybody don't need to come. In fact, Garvey said some of them Negroes ain't useless in America. What we gonna put in Africa? I'm paraphrasing, but essentially that's what he said.
That's what he said. Yeah.
But some of us, you know, especially young people, need to think about seriously moving here and building and creating examples like this. You know, not just that I got a house for me and my family, but how do we create institutions here that promote African unity, promote the kind of values that we're promoting and what have you. But then even, you know, those of us who choose to stay in America or wherever we might be around the world, still our destiny is tied to Africa being strong, united, and powerful. And so for me, Africa has to be central anytime we talk about the liberation of Black people. So the trip is reinforcing that for me. And also just reinforcing that although, you know, capitalism is a global system and it certainly impacts Ghana, there's some things you can do here that doesn't have the direct tentacles of white supremacy wrapped around it. You don't have to battle with white supremacy on the level that we have to do in America. And you can actually take resources and build and develop. For example, this whole complex, I think Kashan said, cost $750,000. And you know, for example, we just built a building in Detroit for $22 million.
Yeah.
And so with that money, we could have built 22 of these in different parts of Africa, right? And not saying that that was a bad thing to do, it was a great thing to do.
Right.
But just, you know, we need to begin to think about how we can use the resources.
We got multiple options.
Right. And well, especially a money option, right? Because in America, we got money on a level that many places don't have. And we can use that money to do real development in the African world in a way that we can't really do in the United States. But also, as I was saying to Mama Hanifah, many of us has bought into this narrative. I heard many people say in the United States, many black people, oh, they don't like us in Africa.
I ain't seen that. I ain't
I
seen
mean,
that at all.
none of
I
that.
don't know where they got that from.
I don't either. But it's a narrative that has been fed to us, and many of our people have bought into it.
Mhm.
And then even worse now, many of our people are buying into deciding that we're not Africans. And coming here just flies in the face of all of that when you see the love, and when you see people that look like people that you know.
Your great granddaddy.
Mm.
Granddaddy.
And so it just reinforces that we have a special work to do, and frankly, as they say, many are called but few are chosen. So these are some of the chosen folks here today. Not in the elite way, but we have people here who are leaders and thought leaders, and who, by being influenced by this, will be able to begin to influence other people.
Right.
And so, Africa will be victorious. That's
Yeah.
the basic thing I have to say. Africa will be victorious.
Thank you, all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for being inspiration, guidance, wise counsel to the young Garveyites in the whirlwind, as they say. Yeah, y'all have all paved the way and gave us some road maps. And I hope for those listening, you can feel the energy as we are embarking on a global black food sovereignty journey.
Yes.
That there's a welcoming home happening on the continent as we speak. Brothers and sisters are like, thank you for waking up and coming home. I heard that multiple times from the brothers and sisters in the village yesterday. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
For sharing.
I bet.
Okay.